So I'm looking at the NYMEX now at $53.35, about 0.5% in the green today. Oil holding those price levels steady, supported by ongoing supply cuts led by producer group OPEC, while rising fuel inventories and crude production in the U.S. dragged on prices. The latest OPEC data showed a monthly decline of 890,000 barrels per day last month, well above market expectations. Let's talk about this a little bit with Adim Okwesa, who is a research analyst at Financial Derivatives Company here in Lagos. He's joining us via Skype. Let's get a global conversation going. Adim, good afternoon. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
How is the rising U.S. Supplies continue to weigh on the bullish sentiments around oil prices globally?
Yeah, it's a real concern because we know that oil prices have gained about 25% since November, and this additional price gain is funding a revival in U.S. shale drilling. I think drillers have added rigs consecutively since October, and that's a real concern. And of course, it's the dilemma for OPEC, who implemented this production deal to try and tighten the market. OPEC are trying to help themselves, but at the same time, they're helping the competition. OPEC has said that we'll do that if the U.S. only accounts for 10% of all production, it doesn't matter. We don't care about U.S. oil production, and we'll keep on doing what we're doing, what is best for us. But the market is not of that same view. Concerns are really rising about how quickly U.S. production would be added to the market, and it's, like you said, it's draining the bullish sentiment in the market.
Well, we just started the new year. I'm not too sure anyone is scared so far where prices will go in 2017. The Brent has done just about 2% this year. The West Texas Intermediate about 1.2%. So it doesn't look like a rapid price to the upper end rather than lower. But again, do you find any comfort in these numbers yet?
Oh, not exactly. All prices have been trading within the $50 to $55 band. I think that reflects concerns of additional production from, apart from US, other oil producers like Libya. Libya, for example, has really boosted production in recent weeks. And also, there's still uncertainty in the market, for example, about Trump's energy administration. Focus has been on foreign policy recent weeks. When he focuses on domestic policy, we don't know if he'll repeal some of Obama's policies, which hindered domestic production. So there are still concerns. And of course, this OPEC production deal, reports from OPEC show that 92%, that the OPEC delivered 90% of the required production cuts. Well, this is a very good number, but will this number will be maintained in subsequent months? So these concerns are still perhaps not allowing oil prices to trade above $55.
Okay. Adim, did you, it was all about Valentine 2 days ago, because it's called the season of love. Did you give any flowers, a bouquet of flowers?
Of course I did. I did to the two women in my life. I did.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to ask who and who they are. I have a fair idea. Do you want to do any disclosure?
My mother and my sister.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. You got an A for that. Thank you very much for today. We appreciate your time and do enjoy the rest of your day. So we're talking about the business of flour. Kenya is one of Africa's most #1 flour exporter. But when when Britain voted last June to exit the European Union, Kenya was anxious to ensure that export of fresh flours, a major source of its foreign exchange, was not hampered by any post-Brexit fallout. So how is Kenya coping with the business of free access to its flours to the UK on one hand and to the EU on the other hand? Let's watch this.
Valentine's Day is one of the busiest seasons of the year for Kenyan flour producers. Growers were expecting higher returns this year, with new markets opening up in South Korea and Australia. But demand only went up slightly compared to last year, according to the Kenya Flour Council. Slow growth has been attributed to Britain's decision to leave the European Union, which has weakened the pound sterling.
In comparison to last year, I think basically the demand has not gone up so much. In comparison to last year Valentine, I think it's just about 5 to 8% difference. It has not gone up so high.
Traders are especially busy around Valentine's season, although many complained that prices had gone up, with one rose stem retailing at 50 US cents.
During Valentine's, the prices of flowers are hiked in the farms, making it expensive for us. And once we get to the market, the customers are not pleased with the prices, but we are still pushing on.
But one of the biggest concerns for flower growers is a pending deal with the European Union, Kenya's biggest market. There is lingering uncertainty around the Economic Partnership Agreement, which gives products from East African Community member states duty-free and quota-free access to the EU as long as they meet health and safety standards. Kenya and Rwanda signed the agreement, but it needs approval from all members of the EAC.
Our main challenge currently is with the Economic Partnership Agreement. That's where we are seeing we are going to have a very big challenge, simply because if we don't sign that agreement on time, then our produce that we are sending to the European countries will attract taxation. In essence, increasing the cost of us sending our products to the European markets.
The Flour Council says ongoing drought in the country had driven up the cost of water for farms, but had minimal effect on output because of controlled conditions in greenhouses.
Okay, so droughts last year in East Africa sent prices of staples such as maize and sorghum soaring. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization has warned that a sharp increase in food prices could lead to renewed hunger in the region. Prices of staple cereals have doubled in some markets, reaching record and near record levels in swaths of Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, South Sudan, Uganda, and Tanzania. In South Sudan, food prices were between 2 and 4 times higher than a year ago, while in Kenya, prices of maize were up by about a third. In Somalia, maize and sorghum harvests were estimated to be 75% lower than usual, and more than half of the country's population, mostly in rural areas, were facing hunger. The Food and Agriculture Organization says trends in East Africa were in contrast with the stable trend of the organization's Global Food Price Index, which measures monthly price changes for a basket of cereals, oilseeds, dairy products, meat, and sugar. Thanks for watching, everyone, wherever you are. This is Channels Television, Nigeria's news leader. I am Bosun Mafai. We hope you enjoyed the program. I'll see you next time.